Time now is 6:36. We're going back to the 680 newsroom. Mike Eppel is standing by. Last time we talked, Mike, you talked about a possible coffee shortage. Yep. I'm hoping there was a mistake between now and then.
No, actually.
Okay.
Because I've done a little bit more research about which countries are the worst affected and what's actually going on with coffee futures. They're, freely traded commodity, and it's actually quite interesting to see how much they've gone up over just the past month. By 23% on international markets and up just by 4.5% in the past couple of days to the highest price in a year. So again, this is the market reacting to the International Coffee Organization's forecast for 2020 that sees coffee consumption on the rise and the global crop coming down. Some of the statistics I found this morning: the Vietnam coffee crop is down 15% this year. Guatemala is down. South Africa hit by a drought. The Arabica bean crop is lower than forecast. So all of these things could potentially, Melanie, unfortunately, make it more expensive to get a cup of joe in the new year. So that'll be one thing we'll be watching. Now, we're going to maybe get a little bit back on our tax bills next year, depending which income tax bracket you're in. The Trudeau government and Finance Minister Bill Morneau announcing just yesterday that right off the bat, the first order of business for the new minority government in Ottawa is to cut taxes. And that will, over the course of 4 years. It's a phased-in approach that they're taking because they can't dent the revenues that much. Otherwise, they'll just blow a hole in the budget. But over the course of that time, a single Canadian taxpayer would maybe see a savings of about $300 over the course of the year, which equals to about 80 cents, unfortunately. Doesn't sound like all that much. I guess every little bit helps, and maybe that'll offset a rising price for coffee. And I should mention, Melanie, before we go, that markets are down right now on the global exchanges, and it's kind of starting to accelerate here. On December 15th is the next deadline for potential trade tariffs going up against China. So investors showing a little bit of nervousness about that in the early going this morning.
Oh, boy, we will be watching. Mike, thank you.